in the games that he has pitched in the last couple. Mark Guba's pretty good, couple of no decisions, but seemingly that sweeper has been locked in.
Yeah, he's throwing less of them. I think that's part of the reason why it's been so effective. My go-tos for Shohei to stay on this good roll over the last couple of starts. Using that dominant fastball throughout the game. He's getting a lot of strikeouts with his fastball so far this season, 27 of them, and sweeper on or just off the corners, avoiding the middle of the plate.
First pitch upstairs to Jose Altuve. Is it too early to mention how incredible Ben Joyce was last night in that matchup?
No.
My goodness.
No.
21 of his 22 pitches over 100 miles per hour. And just that matchup with Altuve alone was worth watching again and again. The way he looked back. Okay. That was something. Altuve back from injury the past couple of weeks. Astros team playing very good baseball.
First inning, first batter thing for Shohei. When you go back to how dominant he was in the first 5 starts, the first batter was one, either hit by a pitch or a walk, but it actually worked out pretty good. Not that you want that. We saw that last game out too. Just takes a little bit of time from that mound warm up and then down to the game mound on the road.
There's a ground ball, swinging 3-0. Urshela just gobbles that up, one down.
Boy, love that one, especially after being behind 3-0. Shohei's been getting a lot of ground balls this year too. He's over 49% ground ball rate. We talk a lot about Framber Valdez with his ground ball over 60, but Shohei at 49.2% ground ball rate. Coming into this season, 44.
Let's take a look at the lineup. It's a good one. Altuve, Pena, Alvarez, Bregman, Tucker, Abreu, McCormick, Jolts, and Maldonado.
Well, I remember the first game for Pena against Shohei. He threw him a lot of breakables. At that point, his slider, and he struck him, I think, 3 times in that first time in Anaheim.
Yeah, Pena hasn't had great success against Shohei. Not many have. 1 for 14. 7 strikeouts, and it's 0-2.
No, he has him set up for that sweeper off the plate, or splitter in the dirt, or cutter away, or a curveball.
So many choices. And that's it right to Urshela off the glove. Does he have time? I don't think so. And the throw gets away. And that's going to be an extra base as it goes into the Astros dugout. He's been the surest fielding third baseman since Rendon went down, his primary position, but that's a costly mistake.
And another one of those pitches, it was a lot of the plate, 0-2 again. That was a conversation asked to Phil Nevin, what his pitching staff has to clean up when it comes to those 0-2 pitches getting too much to the plate. Yeah, you don't want to throw pitches way out of the strike zone because it does you no good. But the bottom line is, though, you've got to make sure it's your pitch. You've worked to get to that 0-2 count. So you get a ground ball out on a 3-0 pitch, and you get give up a base hit on an 0-2 pitch.
Base hit and an error charge to Urshela. Considering that was off his glove, and once he mishandled it, probably the best thing would have been to put that in his pocket. Instead, the error, runner in scoring position. Yordan Alvarez, first pitch in there.
And one thing you'll notice even on TV here, that infield dirt early on, they wet that down pretty good. So the baseball will skip a little bit more early in the game. And you see that difference when you have the drier dirt as compared to where they wet it down all in the infield.
Whoa, that one way wild. And Pena is going to move all the way up now to third base. That one clearly must have just slipped right out of his hand.
10th wild pitch this season for Shohei. That was a splitter. Generally that will happen with Shohei early with a splitter before he gets a feel for it. It's always an elevated one. Not that far off the plate, but it's always a tough pitch for him the first time he throws it. See, there's very little spin on that one as it goes away from him. Shohei's so good in these spots, though, with runners in scoring position. Just a 125 batting average against them.
Well, if 155 as a whole is the best in baseball, I imagine that one has got to be tops as well. Could use a strikeout. 1-2. downstairs, 2-2.
Nice shot by Chad Wallach on that splitter in the dirt. Again, just like all that dirt in the infield, same thing around that home plate area, so the baseball can skip, especially with a splitter or a slider.
Some early stress here for Shohei and the Angels. The infield in, only one out, and that one fouled away by Alvarez.
Can't be too inviting as an infielder being in against Alvarez at the plate either.
First base umpire Mark Wegner, he's playing it safe. He's way back.
Joey's only struck him out twice in 12 official at bats, so just 2 for, I think that 3 for 12.
That one is hammered way back. That's not coming back. That is gone. That's a 2-run home run for Alvarez. He did not miss that one whatsoever. His 15th. It's 2-0 Astros.
50th RBI of the season. Sweeper. Exit velocity of 107.7. It's a 6th home run versus the sweeper this year against Shohei. Wanted to go backdoor and drifted middle and middle.
That's not where you want to miss to that man Alvarez. Way out in front. A lot of power. 2-zip early. And it's Alex Bregman, not going to get any easier. He's starting to heat up. So the costly error from Urshela. Would have been 2 outs. Instead, it's 2-0. Off the end of the bat, Mike Trout. And he's right there. It's 2 away.
With 2 hits today against Shohei, both on a sweeper. Coming in, batting average is 143, although some damage done to that pitch.
Last 2 starts, just 2 earned runs against Ohtani combined, but 2 early runs for the Astros. Kyle Tucker takes strike 1. Houston 16-5 in the last 21 games going back to May 9th. With the lowest team ERA, the fewest runs allowed, and now they're working with a lead.
That's a good pitch rate on the outside corner. The cutter, that was a 94-mile-an-hour cutter.
He's got 2 strikes on Tucker, but that has been a costly count for the Angels this year. Listen, still 2 games over 500, but a lot of 2-strike hits against this team pretty much all season long. 0-2, 1-2.
A little better splitter on that one so far. He hasn't been close enough to get a chase with his splitter. It's something he generally will get a lot of. A whiff percentage of over 52%. Hasn't been close enough to get a chase in a swing.
Well outside, full count. StatCast says that would not necessarily have been a home run by Trout, but very, very close. The catch that Tucker made at the wall. And that's hit pretty well to center field. Mike Trout on his horse. He's over there and he makes the catch. 2 runs come in on the Yordan Alvarez home run. It's 2-0.
One that starts on the plate and goes in off the corner, but here tonight against Pena on an 0-2 pitch, all over the strike zone, ended on the home run to Alvarez, the sweeper, getting a lot of the plate. So started on the corners and break it off the plate to be more consistent and more effective with a sweeper.
Yeah, something like that right there. If you look at the last 6 start sweepers in the shadow and the chase zones like you're talking about, there's a pretty big difference.
And even though it can be a very good pitch, when you're in the heart of the plate, the hitters have a chance. See, that's a perfect example right there. It's off the plate. So effective. Has such late spin to it. great graphic we just showed, and the consistency with that pitch when it's on the corner just off, how hard it is for a hitter to make even any kind of contact as compared to when it's in zone, hard at the plate.
Shohei working with this there, appreciate it. The 0-2, and there's a strikeout as Abreu goes down.
The corners, that's the key. It's a very, very good pitch for Shohei. See the target being set, and it's a little bit towards the end, outside part of the plate, avoiding that heart of the plate, and gets a swing and miss. For the guy that's starting to get hot, it's all about that corners, the shadow part of the plate or just off it as compared to the heart.
Nice work, you and the crew in sync with Ohtani. Well done. Chas McCormick with 1 out, 2-0 Houston. Home half of the second.
Sinker at 96.
Yep.
A little bit of a different arm angle too. Almost a Ben Joyce type arm angle in that fastball.
Don't get me started. I can talk about Ben Joyce all night. Big man saw him in the locker room. 21 of 22 pitches he has thrown to the bigs over 100 miles per hour. Ben Joyce. All right. I'll leave it alone. It's 1-2. Shohei versus McCormick, 2-0 Astros.
Here's that chance right now. We talk about that shadow part, the plate with a sweeper if he wants to go that pitch. Four-seamer on that one. The key for the game today. Making the Stallion. Captain Hook, who's going to have the better break ball. The hook working today will be the difference who wins this game or not. Both with excellent breaking pitches. Make it the Stallion.
Love it.
Captain Hook.
The Stallion. Regardless, you could pay it off by giving me the hook after tonight. Wayne's back. His name's not Wally. Don't worry, it's Wayne. He'll be back for the rest of the series. Foul away. That win last night, Dusty moving into 8th all time, just passing Hall of Famer Joe McCarthy. And he's about 32 wins away from Bucky Harris for 7th. You got him out though. He said you were nasty.
Paint, right all over the plate.
Paint. Oh, yeah, that's a late strike call, but 2 down.
Sinker. Touching 98. Starting to use his fastball a little bit more. Percentages have gone up this season. And that's right towards the outside part of the plate. When you have someone looking for a break a ball, you get the express instead.
All McCormick could do is just take that walk back to the dugout. Hit the pine.
It's about 36% fastball usage this season as compared to about 32 to 33% last year.
Corey Julks is the batter now with 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ohtani. It's in there. Once he starts to get locked in and gets the feel like we're seeing right now, look out. Breaks that one in there. Snapping him off for strikes.
And now with 2 strikes, so you don't want to go to that part of the plate because as a hitter, you're in protect mode. You can make contact on that one inside. You want to have it off the plate where, if anything, towards the end of the bat.
Wade's pitch there, 2-2.
Julks with an open stance right now, so he's hoping to get one of those pitches that float on that inner part of the plate.
But he just flails at it, and another beauty, and Shohei Ohtani strikes out the side in the second.
The hard fastball as a hitter's looking for breaking balls.
Well, it brings up Martin Maldonado, his good friend. I certainly don't want to critique Maldonado at the plate because that certainly came back to bite me last time. He hit a home run off his good friend Shohei Ohtani, former Battery. Really felt like that was the first main connection he had, Shohei, when he joined the Angels in 2018. Great pals.
Yeah, right from the first day of spring training. Only together for a short period of time, though. But still, that friendship will be forever. It's back-to-back sinkers at 97. So 3 straight fastballs. Sinker, sinker, 4-seamer. I think on that pitch right there, Maldonado was thinking he was getting a sweeper.
Well, he might get it here. 3 straight strikeouts for Ohtani. Beauty. In there, make that 4 in a row. Maldonado strikes out looking. First out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
So 2 looking and also 2 swinging. That was all set up because he was aware of that fastball the pitch before inside. That is an effective pitch when you go up and in like that for Shohei, especially because he has such good control.
Shohei's throwing nothing but strikes right now. Altuve grounded out, start the game. Third base, Gio Urshela. That's when the Astros got both of their runs. There was an error and then an Alvarez homer. Since then, 6 in a row retired, including 4 straight strikeouts. Altuve still the leader of this team. He may not be swiping all the bags, but he still delivers. There's another little ground ball. This time Urshela is over and once again throws out Altuve. 2 down.
Got him out with a cutter, and that's exactly what a cutter is designed to do, to jam hitters or get it towards the end of the bat. Although you look over on the other side for Framber Valdez, he gets a lot of swing and misses with his cutter.
Certainly a great opportunity earlier in the 3rd, top half for the Halos to get a run in this game, leadoff double. Jared Walsh got no further than 2nd.
Wow, that had some break too in the lower part of the strike zone. And yes, it was in the strike zone. And what, so far Moore's been pretty good behind the plate. For both pitchers when they're hitting their spots. And the hitters know their zones.
World Series MVP at the plate. Mike Trout drifts over and retires Jeremy Pena. Halos coming up, down 2-0.
And no contact made. The first inning, 2 hits allowed on the sweeper, a couple runs, no swing and misses. But since that point, 2nd and 3rd, 4 strikeouts and 3 swing and misses.
First pitch to Alvarez off the plate. Certainly want to be careful. It's Alvarez's 2-run home run that is the difference in this game so far. Back in the 1st, his 15th to go with 50 runs driven in. And he hits that one towards left field. And that looks like it's going to be caught right at the warning track. Everybody out there in the Crawford boxes begging for that to make it. It stays in the yard.
I've been out there before. When you look in there, most stadiums, when you look out from that left field, home plate looks pretty far away. Not so much here. It's pretty close.
Especially a big man like that, just a lazy fly ball. That probably off the wall in Fenway, right? That one?
Pretty close to the same type of dimensions.
Okay. Alex Bregman takes strike 1. He's 0 for 1. Fly ball to center field. Back in the 1st. Look at the stash. Is Alex Bregman. That's a beauty in there. 0-2.
if he catches that one. I just got him on the cutter, crossed him up, and Shohei's looking in too, because that's a strike. But a lot of times it's tough for a home plate umpire to call when you catch it that way. He was anticipating that cutter going away. It backed up on him.
And he just gets a piece. No, you're right. That most likely would have caught a piece. You never know if Moore's going to ring him up or not.
Again, it's a tough one to call that a strike when you see the catcher have that reaction. When you're anticipating as a catcher that ball going away on you.
Fewer cross-ups with pitch comp. Especially Ohtani calling his own pitches. Right to an earpiece that Chad Wallach and Matt Dice has in their helmet. Much like we do when a producer is giving us direction. A lot of times we can just pull it out though and say, you know what, no, had enough. It's out towards right field, drifting into the seats.
It's a 99-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball late on.
And what could have been potential strike three calls now. A little bit more stress here in this at-bat.
That was a good miss though by Shohei on that sweeper off the plate. That's just a patient hitter. Doesn't strike out a lot, walks a lot, doesn't chase, kind of like Mike Trout as far as chase out of the zone.
There's the 2-2. Little ground ball. Urshela cuts in front of Neto. Says that's mine. Throw a little wide, but nice stretch by Walsh, and there's two away.
All three ground outs have been to Gio Urshela today. Always keep in mind with Tucker at the plate, a lot of damage done on the first pitch, so you got to be really accurate with your first pitch against him here for Shohei.
Tucker now 2 for 18 in his career versus Ohtani. One of those two hits, though, a home run. This is an all-star World Series champ. Al Tucker, one of the good outfielders in the game.
Well, he's throwing his cutter hard today. That's 94. And as usual, one of the highest percentage of first pitch swings. Tucker was swinging at that high fastball or high cutter.
And the cutter was not a pitch that he came over here from Japan with. This is a pitch that he has really worked into his repertoire.
He has thrown one curveball today. He hadn't thrown many curveballs at all over the last 3-4 starts.
Any guesses as to why not? Sweeper's too good.
He's so creative
Cutter's
with all
great.
his pitches. Yes.
It's just a little different. Let's say if Wallach puts down the 2 and wants the curve, Shohei might go okay, but now he's calling his own game. He's the one deciding.
Still cannot forget that to Melendez for the Kansas City Royals would have that 73-inch vertical drop for a swing and miss on his curveball. That was like at 72 to 74 miles an hour too.
And that's lined into right center field. That's a base hit for Tucker on a 1-2 pitch.
Yeah, not a lot of swing and misses for Shohei. This is a team that makes contact. Even though they do have 4 strikeouts, they're a team that makes contact. This 3 swing and misses for Shohei. 2 of his strikeouts looking. Another hit. They stayed on that sinker with 2 strikes on him. Most left-handed batters can get on a low fastball, and that's exactly what it was. But it was on the ground, but he hit it hard.
Shohei had retired 10 in a row since the 2-1 home run by Alvarez. Only 3 hits in the game, no walks. So that whip is continuing to the sub-1 for Ohtani. This remarkable player.
That pop of the glove. Pitch before was 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Comes back in there with a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. Tucker can run a little bit. Stole a base at second yesterday. 8 of 9.
That'll get it done.
He's a team leader in that category. Feels like for Tucker, you just got to make him stop. As far as getting his lead.
2-1 to Jose Abreu. 2-2. Abreu has finally hit his home run. He's got a couple doubles. A pretty good game last night. 8 doubles on the year. Just keep waiting for him to be who they think they picked up from the White Sox. Placing Yuli Gurriel. Two outs and 2-2 count to Abreu with Kyle Tucker at first. And that's going to be a line drive base hit to center field. So back-to-back 2-out hits for the Astros.
Every hit today against Shohei has been when he's had 2 strikes on the batter. Again, not quite getting that finish and swing and miss for Ohtani we're so used to seeing. Although he's thrown the ball very well tonight with 4 strikeouts.
One of those 4 Gooby at the plate right now, and Chas McCormick. 2 on, 2 out, and 2-0 game.
Valdez has thrown the baseball today. It's a huge batter for Ohtani and the Angels.
Without question.
Lower arm angle for Ohtani, rushing it up there. Shohei remembers that stolen base at second base by Tucker last night. He's making sure he buries his look back to second.
So 2 strikes on McCormick. And you mentioned it earlier, the 4 hits on the 2 strikes for Shohei Ohtani. That matches a career high. It's happened 4 previous times. Let's see if he can put an end to that. Finish off Chas McCormick.
Well, this team makes contact. They have on this great run they've been on.
Ohtani smartly lets that go, but it's a slow roller. Neto's unable to make the play. I don't know if Shohei would have been able to stab that, but Neto had a long way to go. McCormick runs well, and the bases are loaded. See how they score that. That might even get scored as a hit.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit. And he knows he's going to have to be quick. McCormick runs so well, trying to be quick on the transfer.
It's almost like the only play he would have had is the bare hand. That was probably a little too much pace on it. So Corey Julks is going to be the batter. Bases are loaded.
Again, they made contact again with 2 strikes against Shohei. Credit the Astros making contact.
So 5 hits, all with 2 strikes. It's never happened to Shohei. But it's only 2-0. Chance to get out of it right here. Ohtani versus Julks. Oh, a little check swing. And that's going to take care of it as Jared Walsh takes it himself. So a whole bunch of Astros everywhere, but none come in. It's 2-0. Scoreless for Valdez. Ohtani's pitched well. It was just that first inning. There was an error and then a 2-run home run. All 5 hits with 2 strikes for the Astros. His old pal Martin Maldonado leading off. Whoa, he got the ball, the broken bat. Urshela dodges the bat, picks up the ball, and throws him out. Now, when have you seen that one?
That bat was shattered in a couple different places. One going towards Neto, the other Urshela, and yet Gio Urshela was still able to field that ball and throw him out.
It's like a giant dagger coming your way. You duck it, you pick up the baseball, and you throw him out. Insane play.
It's a Rolling Stone song, Shattered.
I mean, it's dangerous, and luckily he missed it, but the presence of mind.
And just to stay down on the baseball, knowing Maldonado was going to have a tough time getting out of batter's box when you get your bat shattered like that.
Rats on the west side, there's bed bugs uptown, and we're a mess.
Yes.
In there, 1-1 to José Altuve. Forgot to ask you if that would have been a good stickball bat at the end of that, or
no,
it was just destroyed.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left.
Ooh, what a good sweeper. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Altuve asking Wallach more about that.
I got the inside corner. That's set up again because that fastball up and in, first pitch.
That was a good pitch that Altuve got a piece of to stay alive.
Now, up and away, Altuve hits the ball pretty well. But if you get him to chase that breaking ball a little bit lower off the outside corner, I think you get him on a swing and miss here.
Oh, inside. Got out of the way. That one, 2-2.
That was a splitter again. He had a tough time commanding his splitter.
In layman's terms, like, why can't he command the splitter?
That's because he's not staying on top of the baseball enough with the splitter. The wrist is dropping, and that means that you're going to see that run action on it.
Swing and a miss. He got him.
Instead of the splitter, he went with a firm fastball upstairs. He's had a couple strikeouts with his fastball now tonight.
That's pretty to watch, isn't it?
Especially from that arm angle he's throwing.
He's just a genius. So lowest opponent average on four-seam fastballs. Tawny second to Shelby Miller, 128.
Michael Lorenzen in there at 143. And the thing is, especially because fastballs in this era have been hit a little bit harder than normal. So that kind of success on a four-seam fastball is pretty impressive.
As Reggie Jackson just pops into our booth just like that. Because of Mark Ubaza, I know. Well, Reggie is stopping by kindly enough to sign a baseball. What's that? Yes, he wants it personalized. It's Mark Ubaza. You're going to spoil who it's for.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, he's the best.
Did he spell Patrick right? Did he spell Patrick right? Did he? Okay. We have an extra headset. I mean, goodness sakes, this is too good. We had him in the booth, and the great Reggie Jackson. My goodness, number 44.
He's the best.
Yordan Alvarez hitting the home run. Malaki Moore with 44 doing calling the balls and strikes, and the great Reggie Jackson.
How about him having a chance to go over take a picture with Shohei Ohtani yesterday?
Hey Reggie, can we just, is this weird? Can we just, once you sign that?
Oh, this is so good.
It's going to cost $200. it's everything. It's an extra $50 for the Hall of Fame. The great thing about your autograph, Reggie, it's first of all, it's incredibly legible. It's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous. I'll take a picture of it so we can send it, show it to how good that looks. My goodness, that is a beauty. And then just a quick selfie for the family. Scooby. No, he doesn't travel with me at all. I don't work anymore. Oh, Urshela with the flip and safe. Everybody's safe. Almost made the play. So 2 on, still 2 out. Bottom 5, 2-0. Good to see you, Reggie. Thank you so much.
Almost an unbelievable play.
Maybe just got the baseball just caught up in the glove a little bit, trying to get it out to flip it over to Neto. So after a fielder's choice, we got 2 on for Bregman. So I tried for a great picture. Reggie Jackson has the best picture of all, going over there with Shohei Ohtani. How about this?
Yeah, and the things he says all the time about Shohei is he's in amazement. You're talking about one of the all-time greats. Reggie Jackson saying that about Shohei. He goes, I have no idea how he's doing it. No idea.
Man has giant hands, Reggie Jackson. My goodness. What a gentleman. Nice guy.
Oh, good. Now it's so important now, especially with a 2-0 deficit right here, with a guy that's had a little success against Shohei. Now it's Bregman coming in the game. This is a big at bat. 0 for 2 so far today. Shohei go next level here.
Oh, a little flare to left. That's going to get down. Pena's got good speed. He's going to score. The throw coming into third base, and Alvarez is just a sitting duck right there. However, that base hit, RBI, makes the score 3-0. Alvarez probably could have just held up and kept that inning going, but in the end, that'll do it. So Alvarez is out, but the Astros out a run. Game streak ended in 2,130. It's also the day that Lou passed away from ALS. And still to this day a fatal disease. There is yet no cure, but the work and research is very consistent. Sarah Langs is a tremendous Major League Baseball researcher. She helps us so much, does a great job on television on MLB Network. Andy Bell, what a feature that was out today. You know, starsforsarah.org is a way that you could get one of these stars that you may have seen in our broadcast booth. It's in the broadcast booths across Major League Baseball. She's a tremendous young woman battling ALS, but staying so incredibly positive. So on this day, we acknowledge Lou Gehrig Day and also acknowledge Sarah and everybody else suffering from ALS. New shortstop in now in the game is Luis Rengifo.
We just hope that Zach Neto's okay. Remember, he got hit by a pitch on his foot and had to come in on that one ground ball at shortstop. Hope everything's okay.
Kyle Tucker leading off, bottom of the 6th. Softly hit. Shohei Ohtani is over there, cat-like. And they just did they do like a low 5 on the out there? I mean, all class is Shohei and Kyle Tucker. Mutual respect from these combatants.
Yeah, there it is. And you know it's hard to do that as a hitter, especially with a swing like that. You hit it like that, and a pitcher's just waiting for you to tag him. Believe me, I've had a few times where the runner would try to knock me down.
And I think you had an elbow that was running in high a little bit too as well. But
every once in a while.
But that was pure respect. And Tucker he tagged him out with like a little handshake. Incredible. That's hit well, and just off the glove. And Drury recovers in time. That was a tremendous play, taking a base hit away from Abreu. And to Drury.
Brandon Drury has played a really good second base, showing up some pops on that. That ball's hit hard. Abreu seems to be locking in now, hitting the ball pretty hard in this series. That was nearly 110 miles per hour exit velocity off the bat. Covers well to get him out of first base.
He realized he had time once he picked up the baseball. Got Abreu. Chas McCormick with 2 outs now. The man on the hill, Shohei Ohtani, back-to-back no decisions. He's into the 6th again, looking for another quality start. Right back at him. He lets it go. Drury was able to stab it, but not able to throw out. McCormick, no chance.
That's 2 infield hits for McCormick in this game.
If Shohei had an opportunity to leap up and
I don't think so. That ball got by him too quickly.
Right you are.
And he's an outstanding fielding pitcher. But that play was that's too quick. We're so used to Shohei doing everything imaginable. Now 4 for 14, 4 for 15 for McCormick against Ohtani.
8th hit, mostly singles. 1 2-run home run from Alvarez in the first. The Angels have yet to score. That pitch misses 2-0. Approaching the century mark, pitches thrown for Shohei.
So Neto did leave with left foot soreness after being hit by that pitch.
Sure, post game, Erica will get more information. Another look at Zach Neto plunks for the 11th time this season.
Especially when he has his foot down, it's already planted. So all your weight is on that front foot when he got hit by that pitch.
Triple digits.
Some movement now down in the bullpen for the Angels.
100 pitches on the nose now for Shohei. Sam Bachman up in the Angels pen. 3-1 is hit very well by Julks. Way back there and gone. 2-run home run. Julks gives the Astros a big lead here, 5-0.
Got a cutter. First hit for Julks against Ohtani is a cutter that stayed in the inner half. And in this ballpark, especially with that swing, you see how he's opened up that front hip. He's trying to get something on the inner half. Outer half, we saw it earlier in the game. He's going to have a tough time. Inner half, he's strong. That's a long way out.
Whoa, up and in to Martin Maldonado. Turns his shoulder away and the boos rain down. Once again, Sam Bachman is now up. 5 runs in. Bottom 6, still 2 outs. Second homer that Ohtani has given up. The other end, Framber Valdez. He's dealing. Distance on that Julks homer, 411 feet. 104 off the bat.
Try to get him to go after that sweeper off the plate after a couple pitches inside.
Ohtani's night on the hill is coming to a close. He remains in the game, of course, as a hitter. First things first, take care of Martin Maldonado.
So now 10 home runs allowed this season for Shohei.
And a swing and a miss. Maldonado strikes out, but some damage in that 6. 2-run home run makes it 5-0.